Maserati. Baby, hop in my Maserati. I say hop in my Maserati. Hop in my Maserati.
Alright, hi guys.
Hi. So welcome to Straight Talk on the Tech Talk.
Straight Talk.
Yup.
So we were discussing at home. As you can see, we're all wearing the same
like
kind of jackets. I don't know why they're copying me. I started it, then they decided to just
what she say?
Okay, so actually we were discussing here, and a friend of mine is here in the studio with us.
Yep.
This is Similouwa.
Hi.
Yes, so we were discussing about things and how girls need to know their worth, right?
Yeah.
And how different. Discussing our experiences basically, and then she had this story she was telling that I thought it was so nice that everybody should hear about it, and then we can really, let's hear what you think about it. Let's learn from her experience and all of that.
Okay. So I was talking to Peace and Glory about how I went out.
I know everybody loves stories. So story. Yes.
So I went out. Okay. I went out to get some things for my mom, and then on my way back, I was searching for commercial vehicles and all that.
Okay.
I was stranded. I was tired, and so I just saw a car just drive and stopped. It was like,
Hopping.
I should hop in.
Hopping is Maserati. Hopping.
But it's not a Maserati.
But was the car fine?
So not bad.
Okay, we're just quite.
No,
so basically, you thought it was just a
commercial vehicle.
Someone
exactly.
using his car as a means of transportation. Okay.
So I was like, thank God, finally. So I just rushed in, and then it was like, she sit at the front. Okay, I was like,
that's
okay.
odd.
That's
but
exactly. So I was okay. I was making a call, and then it was like, why are you talking to? Are you talking to your boyfriend? So I just felt like all these friendly old men,
Alright.
So we began to talk, and then so I just stopped pressing my phone. So I was bored. So before I knew it, by the time I look at him, brought out his. That thing, those things that used to be in the middle of guys' two legs.
Are you
thing.
kidding?
Yes.
Really?
Pennies. So I was like, oh my god, like what's this? But I just have to act matured, So I just acted like it's normal.
Like it was nothing.
But I was scared. My sister was very scared. So we began to talk, and then he was like trying to lure me and trying to
persuading you to touch it.
Exactly. But I was just so uncomfortable. I could not even wait till I get to my destination before I just got out. Like I went out. So the guy, at times you just go out. And then what if he had even raped me?
Like seriously.
What if he had just kidnapped me? So you just have to be careful.
I think one thing, Joe, you mentioned how he offered you money.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, you can change my life, this, that. She just
was serious about it.
Just touch
it was
my...
so serious.
And
That is little.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it all boils down to that, how sometimes we're so greedy.
Yeah,
and we just want the money because you described the money and you were like, it was so much, and you were like, really, you needed money.
And the guy was so desperate.
No, he just kept pursuing.
No, he's part of these guys that
just a cult,
exactly,
right? Because
exactly.
So what we're just talking about basically is this.
Ladies out
We
there.
decided to share this because ladies out there, right? You need to know your worth. You need to know your value. I won't just stoop low to do anything just for money. You know what I'm saying?
You need to be security conscious.
That's another point, Joe. That's another point, Joe.
Yes.
Because you just thought it was a random vehicle. Let me hop in and all of that. So we need to and I know even as we talk about this, many of you have had similar experiences.
Yes, even worse.
Even worse,
Yes.
right? Even worse. Many of us had similar experiences, and so we just want to learn from Simi's story. If there's anything I'm going to point out from it, it was the fact that Simi knew her worth. That it was like really big for me, because if she had just said he said, touch it and I'll change your life. I would give you money.
That's enough.
That's enough.
That's
right?
enough word. Yeah.
So what do you have to say to that?
I'll say for the ladies out there, there's a lot of temptation. You see, most times you don't go meet the temptation. It comes to us.
That's another thing.
So what do we do? You see, I even realized that it was Simi's ability to have a relationship with God that made her realize her worth. Because you know how the world defines us, social media defines us, and so on and so forth. So like when we see all these things, how are we able to control what we see and stuff like that? So like when these things come to our doorsteps, it is who we are on the inside, who we know that we are, and our relationship with God that will just keep us grounded. You get, because this thing is
and
like
it will help us control our actions.
Exactly. Think your reactions, because
exactly.
most times temptation is not the it's not the temptation
Yeah.
itself.
Right.
You get?
Okay, the sin is not
The
the
sin is not the
itself.
temptation
The
itself,
problem
sorry.
is not the
It's
temptation
our
itself.
reaction
Right.
to the temptation. So
Yeah.
she was able to like control herself and stuff, and that's with the help of God actually. So ladies out there, I want you guys to know your worth. You are special,
Yes.
and you are worth it. You get? So like, can't you
And I would
yourself?
just advise you
Yeah.
just get down immediately. You don't even have to wait too
when
long.
a situation and
Yeah, I was
another thing-
still
okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, say what you're
I wanted to say that Similouwa, you were bold enough to step down.
Yes.
Let me be frank.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we are in such a situation, we automatically feel oppressed. Almost like if I step down, he
Yes.
will bring out a gun. If he can do this,
Exactly.
and we're scared of all of these things. But the truth is this.
Yeah.
She was bold enough to say, "Oh, what
To
you
say
saying?
no,
I
exactly.
can't do
You
that,
have to
and
act
I'm
shy.
stepping down."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
Yeah.
that was even a situation where there was no strings attached. There are times when somebody has been our benefactor for a long time, where he's been helping us, and it comes to a situation and he's like, "Okay, so I want my payback,"
Yeah, like,
and we're like, "Oh, he's been paying for
Exactly.
me. Maybe just to touch his manhood, he just to touch it, and I can go." No. You should be able to be bold enough, to say, "I'm coming down of this vehicle. I don't care. Even if I'm tired, if I have to walk home, I am gonna walk home."
Yeah.
We should have that worth, that boldness. So one thing we
Yeah.
talk about is worth. I think another thing is boldness.
And if at all
Boldness.
it happens that you are stalked and you can't like do anything, you can't calm
Yeah.
down or something, you can just take your phone and just message your friend.
Yeah,
Babe,
or
I'm
something,
somewhere,
yeah.
I'm this. Just tell people around, call your friends. If you can't make a call, you can always message.
Or better still, just as the Holy Spirit for wisdom and help in that
Yeah,
situation. Like he
yeah.
is a very present help in time of
Yeah,
trouble. So don't be
exactly.
scared to say no. I
Yeah.
guess that's the fear. Like if I say no, what will happen?
Yeah.
Don't be scared to say no, y'all. Like
Learn to say no
Yes,
and
learn
then
to say
know
no.
your worth,
Know
because
your
situations
worth,
like this will be even be worse.
And be
Okay.
security
Yes.
conscious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't just hop into
and
anybody's
always carry the Holy
Maserati.
Spirit wherever you go.
That's true. That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
true.
Like, take
that's
the Holy
And I
Spirit
feel
wherever you
though,
go.
speaking about that, it's our relationship with God on the inside that actually comes out on the outside.
Yes.
Because when you already walk with God, He defines who you are. He tells you you're special, you're chosen, and this is who you are. You're able to face anything because the work has begun from the inside out.
Yeah.
Really, when I'm thinking about my insecure self, the times when I didn't know who I was and all of that, and I didn't really know who I was, right? I'm just living life randomly.
Yeah.
If I was in that situation, babes, I would have not calmed down.
Babe, like I
Just
don't
cry.
like-
I would have not calmed down. Like I would just sit there. I won't do anything.
You'd be so scared.
But I was
so
so
scared.
scared. Sometimes you're so scared. Like you just sit there and be like,
You'd be so glued to just be glued to the chair.
and if he even says, "Let me take you past your destination," you can't even say no.
Yes.
So
Something
that
else I
you
want to
just
say
say
is
no.
that temptation, you just feel like, let me just touch it and go. No, when you
Yeah.
touch it, you've left, or when you do that thing, you've left a part of yourself there. And it's going to take you so much to recover that version
And then
of
the
you.
memory is gonna haunt you because Simi is so
Exactly.
proud to share this story because she's able to
Yes.
run out.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
It's so easy for her, right? Unlike many of us, like imagine she has succumbed. It won't be so easy for her to stand up
It
here
won't
and be
be so
saying it,
easy.
and it won't be so much of a lesson for us to learn from. So that is basically what we have to
It's our
say.
story for today.
Yes.
So please
leave
like,
your comments,
subscribe,
Subscribe,
and
please.
share, right?
Yeah, and share. Yeah.
All right,
Thank
then.
you.
Till we come your way next time. We love y'all.
Yeah, love you.
Goodbye.